the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight we are here with the OP Racing Premier Super Speedway Series. Thank you very much for joining me here at the Daytona 2007, the Legacy Daytona. I am your host. My name is KR Stolfus, and I am ready to bring you OP Racing's 3rd annual Dale Earnhardt Memorial. And this is always a special race for this group of drivers, this league, as they host this third, or I shouldn't say third, but the Dale Earnhardt Memorial at this bumpy Daytona track on the Monday that is closest to that fateful day. We will have a moment of silence on lap 3. I have asked all the drivers to stick their hands out the window and show 3 fingers in the air, but we'll see how many of them actually do. So with all that being said, I want to welcome everyone. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. We have about a minute 15 seconds left in warm-up, and then these drivers are going to switch over into qualifying mode. For qualifying, they will have 10 minutes to do 2 laps. In case you were wondering what happened last week, well, the racing continued, but this broadcaster was not able to make anything happen last week due to the extreme cold and rolling blackouts. So we had to make do with what we had. And one of the drivers who made a big, well, he had a big day. Logan Helton in the 63 won every stage, won the race, a clean sweep by the 63 last week. He's looking to do it again here. But Logan Helton gonna punt the 95 there. But yeah, Logan picked up the win last week, winning every stage in the process. Made it look easy. The 63 machine picking up that big W. And because of that, it has helped him in the points. Let's take a quick look at our point standings coming into tonight's race. Logan Helton into second place, 337 points to Hunter Reynolds, 367. James Mayer, 317, sitting in third. Daniel Holloway, 315 points. And Mark Mann rounding out your top 5 with 310 points. Mark Mann was a little shocked to find out he was in the top 5. He thought he was doing a little bit better, but Mark forgot about a little thing called bonus points. So Mark Mann struggling 8 races into this season to acquire bonus points. The guys in front of him are outpacing him in that department. So as we get ready to roll into qualifying, Logan Helton in the 63, one of the first cars to get rolling. Mark Mann in the 04, making his way out onto the speedway. There are a lot of Dale Earnhardt paint schemes here tonight. Rob Connors in the 00, making his way around the track for his qualifying. Part of the Checkered Flag Motorsports group. And so as Connors in the 00. Begins his first time lap. Several other drivers also beginning their first time lap. Alex Green making his way around the track in the 30 machine. Rick Seabrands in the 4. One of the drivers we'll keep an eye on here tonight. Rick trying to punch his ticket for that first win this season. He did pick it up at Talladega February 8th. So now we'll be watching him to go and pick up another one. Derek Conley, for the moment, putting it on pole position as the drivers start to post their first set of lap times. Mark Vega in the 18 machine making his way around the track. So right now, Derek Conley with a 48.24, having the fastest lap time. David Overstreet sitting in second. Now Cody Ober in third. Josh Milam in fourth. Mark Vega going to make his splash across the start-finish line. And Logan Helton to the top of the board, laying down his fast lap, a 48.22. Very quick one for Logan Helton. Everyone's starting to roll in their second lap time. James Mayer in the 95. Down this Daytona backstretch he goes. Travis Elliott in the 51, running very similar lap time and line. As we switch to Elliott, the camera didn't move. Heck, the car barely even moved. Looked like just a skin change. That's how close they were running in that location. New driver coming out here tonight in the 71 machine. There's Sean McCara. As he crosses the start-finish line, a rookie out here. Gonna post himself up into 8th place. Not too bad of a lap time. We'll keep a close eye on the 71, Sean. He is a Boston Bruins fan. Good news, guys. This is a simulated race. If he does get into the crowd and try and throw a skate at somebody, you won't feel it. You'll be fine. So the 71 machine down on the yellow line, looking to complete his first qualifying session. Washing up the track a little bit there. Going to cost him some time, but so far he's in 9th. Guess he was pulling on the pit road. We aren't going to worry about it. Daniel Holloway in the 21, though, jumping to pole position. 48.22. Very close times between our top drivers. Do have a few more out on the track. Let's see if we can find how these other drivers are doing before we switch over for the national anthem. The 51 of Travis Elliott gonna blast across the line, and Elliott moves into 18th spot for his qualifying effort. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, making his way around. Reynolds on his fast lap in that 26 machine. Last week we had 23 drivers take the green flag. Here tonight it looks like we're gonna have close to 30. 23 have taken a time so far. The 26 of Hunter Reynolds across the start finish line, and Reynolds gonna go from 21st to 5th. A good run by the 26. So with all that being said, guys, we are going to step away for the national anthem here tonight. No one go anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the drivers have started to take to the grid, and that can only mean one thing. It is time to start making some noise. Let's go ahead and check our race info before we get into our starting lineup here tonight. This is our third annual Dale Earnhardt Memorial. Stage 1 going to end at the completion of lap 25. Stage 2 ends at the completion of lap 50. Should a caution fall, that would be under yellow at the end of the stage, well, that stage winner is the leader when that caution came out. And of course, our final little tidbit here for tonight, Do it for Dale. Digging like Dale. However you want to say it. All the phrases. This is a good time here tonight and a good way to remember a driver who is forever etched in everyone's memory in stock car racing. All right, so as the cars are hitting pit road, just a few more, one more to be precise, waiting to hit the grid. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for tonight. Daniel Holloway with a 48.225 on pole position. Logan Helton coming up just 0.003 seconds short in the 63. Row number 2 going to be the 88 of Derek Conley and the 46 of David Overstreet. Hunter Reynolds and Cody Ober in row number 3. Row 4 going to be Dave Hunt and Mark Vega. Row number 5 going to be the 7 of Josh Milam and the 04 of Mark Mann. Row 6 will be Sean McCara and the 89 of Tyler Miller. Row number 12, well, we're in 12. Row number 7 going to be Randall Cobb in the 52 and the 4 of Rick Seabrands. Row number 8, James Mayer in the 95 machine. On his outside, well, that's David Booth in the 77. Row number 9 going to be the 00 of Rob Connors and the 62 of Les Levy. Row 10 will be Denver Turkson and Will Weber in the 9 machine. Row number 11 going to be Casey Gilchrist in the 13, Travis Elliott in the 51. Row number 12 going to be Jimmy Reynolds and Alex Green. And finally, row 13, Aspen Velvin, Sean Stevens, Ernie Williams, and Robert Dumendak in row 14. In the final row here tonight, Dan Harrington in the 82 machine. Robert Dumendak in the 99 pulling tail right now. He is going to be lining up right behind the 27 of Sean Stevens. So Holloway bringing this field to the first green flag here tonight for the 3rd annual Dale Earnhardt Memorial. Our drivers are excited. Everyone wants to win this one, and it starts right here with the green flag coming out, and we are underway here tonight. Heading off into turn number 1, Holloway has the advantage for the moment. Logan Helton looking for some help on that outside line, but don't worry too much. That 63 has the 46 getting closer to him. Derek Conley in the 88 is going to slice up in front of the 63 down the backstretch. He's got a full head of steam, but a good shunt by the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. He jammed that nose up under the back bumper of Holloway in the 21, and that is going to allow Holloway to surge forward here in the bottom of 3 and 4. Holloway from the top to the bottom. Derek Conley in the 88 now has got some momentum rolling on that outside lane as we are on lap number 2 of 100. We're going to take a moment of silence as the field flashes around in lap number 3. But down the backstretch, one of these drivers gonna win this race here tonight. It's gonna take us 100 laps to figure out which one it's gonna be. Holloway has the advantage for the moment, coming off of turn number 4, but please join me in our moment of silence as we remember Dale Earnhardt. Lap 3 done and in the books. Logan Helton out in the front. Holloway leading the charge in the outside lane, and we got a big mix coming off a turn number 2, destination F for these guys. David Booth involved in the 77, Sean Stevens. 62 of Les Levy getting a piece of that. That is one torn up 71 machine. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here in this one. Big time junk coming off of turn number 2. Sean McCara involved in this one. That car going up in smoke. Dave Hunt, Josh Milam getting involved. Cody Ober in the 8 getting a piece of this one. A lot of torn up race cars. One driver who didn't feel a thing. Well, that's the 63 of Logan Helton. He is out in the front. Daniel Holloway in the 21, sitting in second. Derek Conley going to round out your top 3. Everyone looking to make it on the pit road for this one. So Logan Helton leads the field on the pit road. One driver does decide to stay out. That is Mark Vega. And Mark, no stranger to always trying a different strategy. As Logan Helton shoots into his pit stall. Fuel and it looks like tires for the 21 of Holloway. Holloway going to lose a few spots as he took left side tires, but that may come to help him out later in this race. Logan Helton, fuel only, wins the race off of pit road. But Mark Vega deciding not to come down pit lane. He is your race leader for the moment. As we are working our first caution of the night. We'll see if Mark Vega going to make his way onto pit road this time around with a little bit less congestion, but it wouldn't surprise me to see that 18 try and stretch his fuel tank all the way to the end of stage number 1. Be a heck of a stretch, but Vega, one of those crazy guys, he's got nothing to lose, everything to gain. He already picked up the win, first race this season. So right now, Vega looking like he is going to stay out. As the lights go out on the pace truck. Few other cars coming back down pit road to top off. Everyone's still on the lead lap. Our first caution of the night getting ready to draw to a close. Empire Motorsports driver in the 99, that is Robert Duvendak. Very similar paint scheme to the 88 of Derek Conley. We'll take a peek at this 77 of David Booth as he's got silhouette of Dale Earnhardt on his hood. And we'll try and highlight some of our paint schemes here tonight. A lot of these teams making special paints just for this race. Checkered Flag Motorsports, Empire Motorsports, just some of the teams that we will keep our eyes on and bring you all their paint schemes and the ins and outs of what they have done. Pace truck getting out of the way. Mark Vega leading this field to the green flag. And we are back underway as Logan Helton gets a good run in that 63. Slices down in front of Vega. And Mark Vega stays tucked in behind him. I thought he was going to take a peek to the outside, but elects to stay in behind the 63. He's trying to save fuel. That is not a bad place to be. Meanwhile, the 46 of David Overstreet has a good run going in that outside lane as Vega's going to jump up. And Overstreet's going to go 3 wide. Mark Vega moved up, and Overstreet, big wiggle out of the 46. Gathers it back in, slides down in front of the 30 of Alex Green. So the field's getting up to full speed here. And Logan Helton out in front. Casey Gilchrist in that 13 John Deere green machine. Big wiggle moving up towards the wall there through 1 and 2. But has it settled back down as he is tucked in behind the 84 of Aspen Belvin. That is the 89 of Tyler Miller right behind the 13. Tyler Miller making his 5th start of the season. Has won top 5 so far this season. So the 89 driver capable of a good finish. A little bit down the points order because of the fact that he has missed 2 races this season so far. But Mark Vega in the 18 machine challenging Logan Helton on the outside. They are getting very close to each other right there. Everyone on the lead lap, all 29 cars still running. We did have that big melee coming off of turn number 2. Several drivers did have to burn their one and only fast repair here tonight. Very early in this race to have to go through a fast repair. So some of them already trying to think about how they can survive these next 90 laps without making contact with anything else. As Vega has dropped down in front of Logan Helton. Now Aspen Belvin working the outside lane. He's going to try and take over the top spot. Only 3 cars in that outer lane for the moment. As Aspen Belvin, Casey Gilchrist, and Tyler Miller. Tyler Miller in that 89 machine, a driver for Empire Motorsports. Otherwise, the 84 and the 13, their teammates at Vapid Yeet Racing. As Gilchrist washes up a little bit, Miller going to give him some room. And Mark Vega pulling onto pit road with David Overstreet in the 46. That gives the lead to Logan Helton. And Logan looking like he is picking up right where he left off last week. As Logan had a clean sweep, won every stage in the race, and here he is once again out in front. Conley in the 88, single file here on this yellow line. Holloway tucked in behind Conley. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, fourth car in this line. We may see these guys come down pit road as they are all single file. We do have a couple drivers peeling off pit lane here. Aspen Belvin, Casey Gilchrist, Alex Green, Travis Elliott, Randall Cobb, Sean McCara, Ernie Williams, all hitting pit lane. All right, will we see the next group of drivers peel off? And we do, a huge set of drivers peeling off. Your race leader, one of them, Logan Helton from the lead, peeling away, but Derek Conley, Denver Turkson, and Josh Milam electing to stay out. Robert Dumendak, Will Weber, Cody Ober, and Sean Stevens staying out as well. These four drivers a little bit off the pace here, but they are staying out as well. Conley and Turkson getting hooked up here. It looks like maybe the 88 could be running out of fuel, trying to save a little bit as he allows Denver in the 15 machine to go right on a by. And Conley's staying out for another lap. He's got Josh Milam on his back bumper. So they are sitting 1 and 2 former teammates. Derek Conley moved on from FSR to join Empire Motorsports. These two getting hooked up should be no surprise to anyone. But a unique strategy coming out of that group. Duvendak, Will Weber, Cody Ober, and Sean Stevens still have not pitted, along with the 77 of David Booth. You can toss in the 53 of Dave Hunt as he still continues to cycle around. Logan Helton, though, in the 63, leads our drivers who have made a pit stop. And he is hooked up with Hunter Reynolds in the 26. Those two very quick pit stops, allowing them a clean break from the rest of the field. And when this thing cycles through, they will take over the race lead. They are trying to outrun a very hungry pack behind them. Tyler Miller trying to be a car that is the first one lap down. But Mark Mann in the 04 is now the first car 1 lap down. That is important to know because we are going to get a caution at the completion of lap 25. It looks like Alex Green in the 30 going to end up losing a lap here, as well as the 88 and the 7 continue to cycle around this track. And we're last on pit lane on lap 5. So now they are 3 cars strong. They are 5.2 seconds ahead of Robert Duvendak. And now they are 28.8 seconds ahead of Hunter Reynolds and Logan Helton. Fastest lap of the race just got turned by Rob Connors in the 00. So Connor's laying down a quick time at a 45.04 in that 00 machine. Conley and Milam stay out once again. They do not make their break for pit lane. They maybe think they have enough fuel to try and stretch this one to the end. They are slowing down a little bit as they are running at 186 miles an hour. That is a very slow pace. Robert Duvendak, meanwhile, running about 192, 193. And he is closing in on them, but not very quickly. So the 88 and the 7, even though they're not teammates anymore, they are running a very similar strategy and trying to stretch their fuel to the end of this thing. Last time around, they turned a 46.83. Duvendak at a 45.45. So Duvendak closing in a little bit 46.45. I'm sorry. I said 45.45. Numbers are hard. Check in on this group here. These are the drivers who made a pit stop. Hunter Reynolds out in front of them as Reynolds and Helton got caught up by the pack, and now Tyler Miller in the 89 trying to get to the front of this thing. If Josh Milam, and they have made their way onto pit road. Josh Milam, Derek Conley, Cody Ober, Will Weber, Sean Stevens, and Robert Duvendak all making the break for pit lane. Dave Hunt is down and away. Conley breaking away, but he's going to get swallowed up by Hunter Reynolds. Now the 89 of Tyler Miller is the last car on the lead lap. And it looks like the 26 is going to push hard on him. This stage going to come to an end at the completion of lap 25. We now start lap 23 of 100. So the 89 of Tyler Miller, last car on the lead lap. One driver who would love to see Miller stay in that last car on the lead lap is Mark Mann in the 04. Right now he is scored as the first car, one lap down. And Mark Mann finds himself all alone. He is behind this lead pack, has left himself some room, so if anything does happen, he's going to have plenty of time to react to it. But Miller in the 89 now going one lap down. We got just 2 laps to go. Mark Mann and Tyler Miller received penalties on pit road. Speeding penalties. And that is what has set Mark Mann and Miller behind the 8 ball. As we get ready to see the final lap here in stage number 1. Logan Helton out in front once again. Can anyone break the stranglehold that the 63 is putting on this field right now? He's a big wiggle as the 89 tried to push him out of the tri-oval. Into turn number 1 we go for the final time in stage 1. Hunter Reynolds on the outside lane with Daniel Holloway pushing on his back bumper. They're going to get a good run off of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. Reynolds does not drop down right away in front of the 63. In fact, he waits for the 21 to clear as well. And now the 26 has the advantage. Holloway going to move up to the high side, though. He's going to try and make a run for it as they get ready to come to the line. Holloway makes a good move and has the momentum, and Daniel Holloway at the line gonna pick up the stage 1 win. So stage 1 done and in the books, and Daniel Holloway picking it up as he made a good move coming off of turn number 4. Now the field is going to get caught up to the pace truck. As the lights are on, Holloway looking for that pace truck. It's usually about the back stretch here. There it is, making its way off of turn number 2. We're going to let the field get on the pit lane. And then we'll get a quick word in with our stage 1 winner. Holloway looking for his first win this season, looking for a chance to punch his ticket into the chase, if you will. On the pit lane comes our field. Holloway, if you remember, last time he was on pit road, took 2 left side tires. This time he is taking right side tires. It looks like it is going to be a 4-tire stop for most of our drivers. Down and away is the 21. Hunter Reynolds trying to beat him off of pit lane. That one was very close. Not sure who got that one or not, but let's go ahead and key up the mic and see if we can't talk to the driver of the 21, our stage 1 winner, and that is Daniel Holloway. You got your ears on, bud?
Hey, KR.
Man, oh man, that 21 was sitting in second spot coming off of turn number 4, but you made a sharp move there and pick up that stage win.
Yeah, that was crazy. Man, that was this road, this bumpy 08 track, boy, it's quite knuckling today.
So this track a little bit bumpy. You got 29 drivers out here tonight and a lot of room here at Daytona to make it work, but these bumps, how are they affecting the drivers running side by side?
You just gotta respect everybody. He's trying to give everybody some space, and knowing each other's racing for a while with each other, that does help as far as who can do what and everything. So it's a good league here with very good drivers. It's just knowing your competitors and what they're gonna do and everything, and it helps.
All right, man. Well, the lights are going out on this pace truck. Stage 1 in the books. We're going to be able to see you once again in stage number 2.
You never know. So far, first time hitting the pole, and then I got the stage. So I don't know. Keep on trucking.
All right, that is your stage 1 winner, Daniel Holloway. And before we let you go, any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Shout out to all the fans who are watching tonight and Team Alliance. Hopefully we do what we've been doing the past few weeks.
All right, man. Nice job out there, and we look forward to stage number 2.
Thank you.
So Holloway getting it done in stage number 1, but we're going to fire off our second stage. This one going to end at the completion of lap 50. Drivers will have to make a pit stop in this one. About 15 laps on fuel is what they are getting. 15 to 16 laps. Conley and Milam were able to stretch that. I believe they got 17 laps there in stage number 1. Either way, everyone on the same strategy. Tyler Miller did receive the free pass. Mark Mann, David Booth, both sitting 1 lap down. As we get ready to go green flag racing. Pace truck down and away. And Hunter Reynolds and Holloway in the 21 roll into the throttle as we get back up to speed. Logan Helton shoved that 21 to the front. Holloway drops down in front of Hunter Reynolds. Now Logan Helton, as a driver we haven't talked about yet in this race, that is the 4 Rick Seabrands. Rick up 10 positions from where he started this race. So he has been working his way forward. Now finds himself second car in the outside lane, working with his teammate Logan Helton. Travis Elliott in the 51 to the back bumper of Seabrands. Elliott doing a little moonlighting, works with me on Sunday nights, as we call a super speedway series. That one is the NSRA Sunday Select. If you haven't checked it out, go live same time as these, 8 o'clock on a Sunday night, 8 o'clock Central. But that being said, Travis Elliott, a man of many talents, pretty good behind the mic, but that 51 looks like it's got a wadded up nose on it. And in fact, that looks a lot wadded up. That is going to be a big disadvantage to the 51. Hopefully he has a fast repair. He was one of the drivers caught up in our turn 2 lap 4 melee. He is probably just trying to get to the end of stage 2 with that damage before he burns a fast repair. So the fact that he's up into 6th place, that is a good run for the 51 of Travis Elliott. David Overstreet in the 46, making a good showing so far here as well. Qualified well, now finds himself in this inside lane, 4th car on the inside lane. Right behind him, that is the 52 of Randall Cobb, as we go on board with the 52 machine. We'll take a lap around this very bumpy Daytona track here. You can see just how rough it is for these drivers. See the 95 bouncing up and down along with the 52. Now, keep in mind you're doing almost 200 miles an hour. Your tires are right at the limit. And each time you go through one of those bumps, that car really trying to wrestle its way out from underneath your control. But Cobb in this 52 machine looks like he is handling it quite well, keeping his left side tires on that yellow line. The outside lane having a little bit of a checkup. So the 21 of Daniel Holloway continues to lead, but here comes a run by the 63 of Logan Helton. He's going to try and wrestle that race lead away. Check back with some of our drivers a little bit deeper in this field right here. That is the 9 machine of Will Weber, who we're trying to get a peek at. Weber, an Empire Motorsports driver, one of the paint schemes that we've been talking about. Just ahead of him, that is the 91 of Ernie Williams, an FSR driver. And these guys hanging out at the back. You see Josh Milam there as well in that 7 machine. Milam, one of the drivers, along with Derek Conley, Dave Hunt, and a couple others who tried to stretch their fuel to the end of stage number 1, coming up a little bit short. Right now, Ernie Williams in the 91 does find himself 2.5 seconds off the race lead. Still in the lead draft pack. It is a bit strung out, but everyone's still feeling the effects of the draft here and staying at the same speed. Nobody has fallen off the pace. I say that, we're going to check in on Sean Stevens, Dave Hunt, and the 77 machine of David Booth. These 3 drivers have fallen back a little bit here. They are working together. Sean Stevens leading this pack in the 27 machine. He is 19.3 seconds behind our race leader. Dave Hunt in the 53 is the last car on the lead lap. Mark Mann, the first car, 1 lap down. And we do have several drivers hitting pit lane. Travis Elliott, Casey Gilchrist leading this field on the pit road, or this group of drivers. Daniel Holloway staying out. Hunter Reynolds, Logan Helton, they are staying out. Rick Seabrand's tucked in behind the 63. They get single file. Denver Turkson in the 15 falling back here as everyone has dropped down to the inside lane. He's looking for a spot to tuck in. And here comes quite a few drivers on the pit road. We're going to see 3 cars stay out of this group. That's David Overstreet, Mark Vega, and Denver Turkson staying out. Tristan Walker chiming in, asking if that is me. And it is me. How you doing? So Holloway into his pit stall. David Overstreet in the 46. Going to get a shot by the 18 of Mark Vega. Denver in the 15. These 3 cars have not pitted. They are going to be, I believe, our only 3 cars who have not pitted. Hunter Reynolds winning the race off of pit road. Holloway there as well. And it looks like troubles for the 63 of Logan Helton. He is in an extended stay on pit road. I believe this is going to be a speeding penalty for the 63. And that is a tough break for the 63 machine as he is down and away. So Logan Helton finding himself in trouble here in stage number 2. David Overstreet and Mark Vega, 2 drivers who have not come down pit road. The final 2 drivers now make their break for pit lane. Got to get it slowed down to 55 miles an hour. I believe it's actually 60 miles an hour. Daytona's 60 or 55. Somebody out there has got to know what the pit road speed limit is, and try and remind Logan Helton exactly what that speed limit is, as he finds himself in a world of hurt right here. Casey Gilchrist in the 13, looking to assume the race lead once this cycles through. But Travis Elliott on his outside. Trying to wrestle that lead away. Gilchrist out in front. Fastest lap of the race, just being turned by the 30 of Alex Green. He has done a 44.93. That is a very quick lap time. Josh Milam turning a 44.98. Those are the only two drivers down in the 44-second bracket. Everyone else is a 45 or some variant of that 45.XXX. So as Alex Green works his way in that top 10, Casey Gilchrist has all the clean air he could want. The end of this stage coming at the completion of lap 50. Travis Elliott in the 51 has that wadded up nose a little bit on the front end. He has not burned his fast repair yet to get that fixed. But they can see one driver. Oh, as Gilchrist gets a little sideways from a bump from the 21 of Holloway. But Logan Helton now going to be the first car one lap down, to the frustration of Mark Mann. That's going to give us 3 cars off the lead lap. As Mark Mann had been the car one lap down, and in fact, Mark Mann has made it around the 63 of Helton. Now Logan going to tack in to this line here, and we're going to watch this battle. Mark Mann is down on the bottom, Logan Helton on the outside. And they are separated by 0.2 seconds, and that gap going to close down quickly. So the battle for the first car one lap down is happening amidst our leaders, as Gilchrist continues to lead. A rookie here on our Monday night premiere series. Not the freshest rookie, the babyface Sean McCara in the 71. He is out there. He has lost the draft, and he is in a world of hurt, but the good news for him is this stage is going to come to a close, and I believe that will happen before the field catches up to the 71. He is going to make it into stage number 3 and still be on the lead lap. Let me tell you, that is harder than you actually think it might be. So Holloway in the 21 machine has made it around the 13 of Gilchrist. Travis Elliott in the 51 still working that outside lane. James Mayer in the 95, third car on that inside lane, trying to squeeze by the 52 of Randall Cobb. Right now, Travis Elliott, our biggest mover of the race, he has gained 21 positions here tonight, and he has scored as the race leader, picked up another lap led, but he is going to drop down to the bottom. That allows Randall Cobb in the 52 to lead the outside lane. We're coming up on the end of stage number 2. All right, let's gather ourselves in and get ready to see a wild finish for this one. Aspen Belvin in the 84, trying to take over the race lead. He's got the 8 of Cody Ober pushing hard on his back bumper. Randall Cobb in the 52 leading that inside line as Belvin does not drop down to the inside line just yet. He stays up top with the 8 of Cody Ober, and Cobb going to take full advantage of that open door, gets a good run through 3 and 4, and takes over the race lead by a few inches. But Cody Ober pushing hard on Aspen Belvin is going to put him into that top spot. These guys are trading the lead back and forth by inches. One car gets a good run through the corner, another car gets a great run coming onto the backstretch. They're seesawing back and forth as we're on lap 48 of 100. Oh, and trouble in the middle of this pack. Yellow flag going to come out. Several cars hard on the binders as they are trying not to get caught up in this. That is the 00 of Rob Connors who has gone around. Let's see what happened here. That is the 15 of Turkson getting into Rob Connors. We'll back this up. James Mayer in the 95 got into the wall. And the accordion effect is what started this one. And that was coming to the end of stage number 2. And I believe that Aspen Belvin is going to be our stage winner. I will, of course, wait for the ruling from race control. And I got an inside tip that I need to watch. In-car camera of the driver of the 63. Let's see if we can back this up a little bit. We'll see if we can see what Logan Helton wants us to watch. Here we go. On the nose of the 63. Logan Helton able to squeeze through that one. And Logan Helton doing the free pass as he gets to get back on the lead lap. Aspen Belvin in the 82. Making his way around, still waiting on a word from race control. Trying to poke him and find out here. We're running out of time to get to talk to him, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Aspen Belvin, and just received a word that it is. So let's get right into talking to the driver who's won stage number 2, Aspen Belvin. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself, Gare?
Not too bad. The driver of the 84 machine. Been a long time since I got to talk to you. And here you are, stage 2 winner.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute, hasn't it, man?
It has been a hot minute. How you been? let's get caught up on your life instead of talking about the race. You only got 2 minutes and about 10 seconds.
Life's good. You know, we're just all managing COVID right now. It's cold outside, ready for all this winter weather to get over with and get spring back so we can go outside again and enjoy the warmth and the beautiful sun that this world has to offer. And glad NASCAR's back in racing, so we got that going for us.
Well,
Kids are
Aspen,
doing well.
I'll tell you what, this is all boring me to tears. Let's talk about the race. You win stage number 2. You make some great moves. This 84 machine looking like it's passed quite a few cars to get where it's at. You gonna be able to hold on to this and finish up front here tonight?
I mean, that's the plan, man. It seems like all the cars are a little bit all over the track a little bit, but the high lane is just so fast right now, and we'll see how it develops through the rest of this run right here, and we're going to strategize, try to get our Toyotas up to the front here and see if we can't get a win.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you. Before that green flag drops, any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Yeah, shout out to everybody on the team, Vappy Eat Racing. Shout out to you guys up in the booth, Alex and everybody that puts this on every Monday, and looks like we're going green right here, KR.
All right, that is Aspen Belvin, your stage 2 winner. Oh man, hopefully I put him in the right room. Yeah, I did. Ooh, all right. So here we go. Aspen in the 84. Gonna take control of the field as the pace truck gets out of the way. They are in the restart zone. The green flag is back out. And we are done stage racing now. We move on to the final 50 lap sprint to the end of this 3rd annual Dale Earnhardt Memorial. Travis Elliott in the 51, dropping down to the inside lane. Belvin on the outside. You heard it from Aspen. He said the outside lane is carrying so much speed. So far, it looks to be working to his advantage. Three cars remain off the lead lap. Mark Mann, David Booth, and Dave Hunt. They're all 1 lap down. Mark Mann in the 04 is the first car 1 lap down, and he is in this lead pack. Took a little bit of damage on the nose at the end of that stage as the caution came out. We'll see how that affects him throughout the rest of this race. I want to take a moment to talk about the driver in the 28 machine. That is Jimmy Reynolds. He is up 6 positions from where he started this race here tonight. Reynolds running another unique paint scheme for this Dale Earnhardt Memorial. We have one driver down in the grass. That looks like the 99 of Robert Duvendak. Duvendak going to slide up in front of Jimmy Reynolds. That is the black and gray Goodwrench paint scheme. Right behind him is the 62 of Les Levy. And Levy started this race in 18th spot. That is currently where he is being scored at. But it has not been a quiet race for Les. He was caught up in a couple of our big melees. So he is still out there. Car looking pretty clean. The 62 soldiering on. Got some sharp lines, and if I tell you right here, right now, that's 62. If he's got all 4 tires still on the ground and the nose of that thing pointed forward, Les Levy's going to have a shot at winning this race here tonight. The 82 of Daniel Harrington extensive damage on that race car. He is falling back, and he is going to be swallowed up here before too much longer. He's about 30 seconds behind our race leaders. So just over half a lap behind. Missing the front clip on that 82, so the damage pretty bad on that one. Another car that's torn up, that is the 15 of Denver Turkson. He is, I shouldn't necessarily say torn up, but has lost the draft and is running all by himself. And Denver going to get swallowed up by this field a whole lot quicker than Dan Harrington. They are closing in quite quickly. As we look out the back of Denver in this 15 machine, he is running 26th. As the field is going to try and squeeze by him. Everyone 2 by 2 here. This is going to make it tight. Randall Cobb in the 52 to the inside. Travis Elliott going to squeeze by. Everyone through 3 and 4 able to get through that one. So Randall Cobb and Travis Elliott running 1 and 2. Cobb on the inside, Elliott on the outside. Will Weber in the 9 machine, making his way forward. He has gained 18 positions to find himself as the second car on the inside line. Right behind Weber, that is the 8 of Cody Ober. Travis Elliott getting a big shove from his teammate Aspen Belvin. They have shot out in front, but they stay on the high side. They are really committed to that upper lane, and it seems to be working very well for them. Drivers last on pit lane on lap 49. We work lap 59 here. About 6 to 7 laps before we see anyone hit pit road. We might see a few drivers try and short pit here within the next 2 laps or so. But you never know what these guys are going to do. You never know what strategy is going to be the winning strategy. And you never know when you're going to get caught speeding. Speaking of speeding, one of the drivers who got caught speeding, that is the 63 of Logan Helton. He has made his way up into 11th spot. He is trying to recover from that speeding penalty. Tucked in behind the 04 of Mark Mann, so he is working his way forward. Gave us a great on-board shot of the crash at the end of stage 2. So Randall Cobb in the 52 working the bottom lane. We're getting ready to see another car go a lap down. That is Dan Harrington in the 82 machine, his torn up race car. He stays to the high side. Goes off into turns 3 and 4 as the rest of the field going to try and squeeze underneath him. Some wiggling from the drivers here. Things are getting a little tight, a little smoke. I believe that was just a car reconnecting. Nonetheless, got my heart rate up. So Harrington in the 82. Gonna fall back here and maybe tuck in behind the 89 of Tyler Miller. Jimmy Reynolds in the 28, finding himself last car in this lead pack. See that rear spoiler banged up just a little bit. That coming from some bump drafting. We ride on board with Reynolds. Sean Stevens in the 27 machine, just ahead of him. Let's check in on a few cars that are a little bit further back in the field. This is Josh Milam, Derek Conley, and James Mayer. They find themselves 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. They are 15.4 seconds off the race lead here. They are continuing to soldier on. They're going to need the help of a caution to get back into this thing. No guarantees that caution is going to come out, though. But these three drivers are working together. They are just a hair slower than the rest of the field. As long as they can keep their pace up, they got a good shot at staying on the lead lap and catching that caution. Especially as we get ready to mix this field up for some green up flag pit stops. Travis Elliott trying to tuck down to the inside line. That is a good sign that we're starting to see drivers plan for this green flag pit stops. Two drivers still in the outside lane. Tyler Miller in the 89 machine pushing hard on the 99 of Robert Duvendak, and Duvendak to the front of the field for the first time here tonight. Duvendak looking for his first win of the season. And he has ridden the front bumper of Tyler Miller all the way to the front. They're going to slot 1 and 2 into that inside line, as now everyone has really gotten single file here. So we should see these guys come down pit road in the next lap or two. Several of them probably going to try a different strategy and maybe try and stretch their fuel. But almost everyone on the same strategy. Derek Conley, Josh Milam, James Mayer already on pit road. David Hunt in the 53 going to make his break for pit lane, and here they come. Several tires getting locked up, things getting very tight. Les Levy in the 62 really had him locked up, but he is going to get on the pit lane. He is going to be at a bit of a disadvantage here. Meanwhile, Mark Vega staying out along with David Overstreet, Daniel Holloway, Rick Seabrands, Ernie Williams, Hunter Reynolds, and Rob Connors all staying out. They make their break for pit lane this time. Not as much smoke coming out of the tires from this small of a group, but it was a big hold your breath moment for the other drivers, as Duvendak out in front of everyone who has made a pit stop. Will Weber and Logan Helton right behind him, as they have already paired up, starting to close in on Doobie in the 99 machine. Weber going to move to the outside. Logan Helton going to tuck in behind the 99. So as this field gets its first, or I shouldn't say its first, but gets through this round of green flag pit stops, Robert Duvendak out in front with Will Weber in the 9 machine. 2 Empire Motorsports drivers running 1 and 2. They're going to split up here. Mark Mann in the 04, the first car 1 lap down. He's trying to get that lap back the hard way here. "23 cars are on the lead lap. Cody Ober in the 8 machine pulled onto pit road. And I did not catch it, but race control is letting me know as I saw that Cody Ober was out of this race. Pulled it onto pit road, but coming off of pit lane, Cody Ober finding it a bit difficult. All right, let's see if we can find out what happened to the 8 of Cody Ober. And Ober just gonna hard right to the wall. Tough break for him. Let's go on aboard one more time. He peels out of his pit stall. Spun the tires there. Unfortunately, looks like those back tires never got underneath the car again. So tough break for Cody Ober. And I believe he is the first one done for the night as he has put it on the hauler and headed home here early. We hope to see him next week. Speaking of next week, we will be back to the iRacing Super Speedways. That is quite the thrilling race. If you haven't stuck around to watch one of those, that track is very fast, very high speed, and the drivers really do have to get up on the wheel because they are just really flying through the corners. Quite the intimidating little track, if I say so myself. It's not that little either. Tyler Miller in the 89, trying to make his way in front of the 84 of Aspen Belbin, gets that done. Robert Duvendak in the 99, staying tucked in behind Miller for the moment. Our green flag pit stops happening on lap 66 and 67. A 100-lap race. I believe we are going to see these guys on the pit road 2 more times. And I have to be at least 2 more times. So now is when you really start thinking about how you want to hit pit lane for the final time. You got to start going and working this race in reverse. Keep in mind we will have a green-white checkered attempt if we need to use it. So you want to come onto pit road for the final time, but you need to leave enough in the fuel tank to get you through a green-white checkered, or the possibility of a green-white checkered. There's always the chance you could gamble that there won't be that situation. The Tyler Miller in the 89, Robert Duvendak in the 99, and Aspen Belvin in the 84. Those are your top three cars right now. Belvin in the 84 trying to make it to the outside lane. Nobody going with him just yet. Dan Harrington looking like he's going to lose another lap. Belvin staying tight to the quarter panel of the 99 machine. Right now, we do have 23 cars on the lead lap. The last car on the lead lap, that is the 62 of Les Levy. Les, who had a hard time getting onto pit road, he had locked the brakes up, trying to avoid getting into anybody. So now he finds himself in 23rd spot, running all by himself, almost 30 seconds behind the race leaders. And we got trouble here on the speedway. The yellow flag is going to come out. Josh Milam in the 7, tumbling hard. Let's take a look at this one. We have a big crash here. Looked like maybe the 77 net code. And getting Josh Milam to hook hard. That one was looked a little strange. Jimmy Reynolds getting involved, Travis Elliott involved, James Mayer in the 95 getting a piece of it. Hard impact for the 7 of Josh Milam. Take one more look at this from Mayer. So Tyler Miller leading the field on the pit road. Looks like everyone making their way on the pit lane. And Mark Mann in the 04 getting back on the lead lap. He has received the free pass. He's going to make his way around. Race off of pit road, going to Aspen Belvin in the 84, Randall Cobb in the 52 second. With that being said, guys, I have drank way too much sweet tea and lemonade. I am going to need a quick little break. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the pace truck has turned its lights out and we get ready to go green flag racing once again. We're going to take the green flag with 21 laps to go. Aspen Belvin in the race lead by virtue of winning the race off of pit road. And the green flag is out with Randall Cobb in the 52 getting a hard shove from the 63 of Logan Helton. Through turns 1 and 2, Aspen Belvin on that inside line, holding tight with those left side tires to the yellow paint. Mark Vega, second car on the inside line. Vega been a front runner here tonight. Has had some unique calls for pit road. And now the 18 machine finding himself on that second line. Second car inside line. Logan Helton got that speeding penalty, and the 63 has made what I will consider a full recovery. He is the second car on the outside line. Rick Seabrand's in the 4, tucked in tight right behind them. Mark Mann in the 04, finally getting back on the lead lap. It has been a struggle for this 04 machine to get onto the lead lap, and we're going to see if he can take full advantage of that. He's got 20 laps to make something happen. He is going to make his way around the 53 of Dave Hunt. Do want to point out Josh Milam and Jimmy Reynolds have not rejoined the race after that very horrific crash. Milam in the 7, however, has not loaded up and gone home just yet, as we got another car spinning, hard impact down to the inside. And that is the 62 of Les Levy. So Les getting in trouble here, and the yellow flag going to come out. Let's see what happened to our driver. Through the tri-oval, Casey Gilchrist and Levy getting together. Looked like a checkup happening in front of Les. Moved to the outside to try and not get into someone. Casey Gilchrist not seeing that. So the 62 of Levy getting turned around. When the yellow came out, well, the 63 of Logan Helton might possibly could have been scored as the race leader. So 2 quick cautions coming out here. We're working a lap 18 of 100. Drivers last on pit road under our last caution. But this one could be close enough where someone might try and make it. It'll be a big gamble on not seeing a green-white checkered. But I believe you gotta go for it at this point, as most of our drivers are doing just that. They're coming down onto pit road. Race off of pit lane, going to be won by the 63 of Logan Helton. Rick Seabrand comes off second. So Logan Helton in the 63, after going a lap down, received the free pass, now finds himself out in front of this field. Rick Seabrand's in the 4, having kind of a quiet race, picked up his win 2 races ago at Talladega. Duvendak in the 99 machine, looking for his first win of this season. Derek Conley in the 88. Haven't talked a whole lot about Conley. He's had a kind of made some noise at the beginning of the race, and then he was one of the drivers who fell back. He has been working his way forward ever since, and now finds himself up here with this top 2 rows. As the field starts to stack up 2 by 2. Few cars coming down pit lane, top off their fuel tanks, taking advantage of the fact that they weren't at the front of the field. So far, we do only have 1 car officially out of this race. That is Cody Ober in the 8. Jimmy Reynolds, Josh Milam have been sitting on pit road for the last 12 minutes. Their cars still in their stalls, but as this race winds down, the opportunity to get out there and make something happen gets less and less. Lights are out on the Silverado. Logan Helton on the inside. Rick Seabrand's on the outside for this restart of row number 1. Then it's Robert Duvendak and his teammate Derek Conley for row number 2. As the green flag comes out, Helton and Seabrand's teammates out in front of another set of teammates. Side by side, they come off of turn number 2. The 4 of Rick Seabrand's going to have the advantage, and now he uses that to drop down in front of the 63 of Logan Helton. 15 laps to go in this one. The intensity's starting to pick up. The drivers not running with as much space between them anymore, and Logan Helton slicing to the outside line. He's going to try and make a move on the 4. Conley in the 88 giving the 63 the momentum he needs through 1 and 2. Randall Cobb in the 52 a little bit back off of the 88, but now that outside lane starting to build some momentum. Off of turn 4, Logan Helton and Rick Seabrand's leading their respective lanes. At the line that time was the 63 of Helton. 22 cars on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap, that is the 27 of Sean Stevens. He is running with the 51 of Travis Elliott. These two have fallen back just a little bit. Elliott finally using his fast repair to fix the nose of that race car. Still has 13 laps left to make something happen, but with them falling back here, that is going to be difficult. Oh, Rick Seabrand's getting a little bit of contact there by Derek Conley. That's stacking everyone up behind them. But everyone gets it sorted. And we stay green now with 12 laps to go. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, out in front. Reynolds picked up his first win this season back at January 18th, race number 3. Trying to get that second one. He's going to have to beat Logan Helton, who's looking to make it 2 in a row. Everyone really starting to wiggle big time here. There's a couple cars down below the yellow line. The 88 and the 99 getting hooked up here. Empire Motorsports drivers. Second and third cars in the outside lane. Give you a rundown of the teams here. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 from FSR. Right now he is all by himself. He does not have a teammate in his vicinity, immediate vicinity. The 91 of Ernie Williams is behind the 4 of Rick Seabrand. That is another FSR driver. As we're going to go 3 wide. Derek Conley, Robert Duvendak going to take it to the top shelf. Conley drops down in front of Logan. That's going to abandon Duvendak to the high side. Tyler Miller, big wiggle, almost getting into Aspen Belvin. And Duvendak falling back now as Rick Seabrand's in the 4, moved up to the second lane. That is going to put the 26 and the 91 from Fuel Sim Racing nose to tail, and Seabrand's drops down to the inside. Now Derek Conley in the 88 leading the lane that has made all the moves here tonight. Logan Helton in the 63 pushing hard on the 88. Wiggle through the tri-oval, but he gathers it back in. Conley now drops down to the inside. That puts Logan Helton leading the outside lane with the 52 of Randall Cobb to his back bumper. Seabrand's in the 4, trying to work over the 88 and get him rolling. This lead pack of cars really starting to slice and dice. We got 9 laps to go this time around. We're going to see these guys flash by as Miller again almost gets into the wall. Conley throwing a block. We got a few drivers on the pit road. That's David Overstreet, Mark Vega, and Rob Connors as we got trouble in the tri-oval. Hunter Reynolds around. Logan Helton goes around. Helton big time damage. Yellow flag coming out, and we're going to slow this field down once again. Boy, did Tyler Miller squeeze through that one. Rest of the field trying to slow down as they were coming up on this. So the yellow flag coming out. We're gonna stack them up once again. So with 7 laps to go, Derek Conley in the 88 being scored as the race leader. Rick Seabrand finding himself in second place. James Mayer, Alex Green, Josh Milam, Jimmy Reynolds, Cody Ober out of this race, sitting on pit road or in their hauler. Either way, their nights are all but done. Now with 6 laps to go, we will see these guys get back to green flag racing without the need of going into an overtime situation of a green and white checkered. Dave Hunt in the 53 receiving the free pass. That is going to put him on the lead lap. All right. Whew. Drivers taking this moment to catch their breath. Hopefully everyone pulling their seatbelts a little bit tighter, because I have a feeling this thing is not done with the craziness. Drivers last on pit road on lap 83. Some of them coming down on lap 92 and 94. The drivers who pitted on lap 83 are really pushing the limits of their fuel tanks. This caution flag is going to help them out. But if we go into an overtime situation with a green-white checkered, our top 9 drivers right now: Conley, Seabrans, Duvendak, Weber, Miller, McCara, Mann, Les Levy, Casey Gilchrist. They all could find themselves on the losing end of the gamble that we will not have a green-white checkered. Here we go. Lights are out on the Silverado. Field starting to stack up 2 by 2. Conley in the 88 on the inside. Rick Seabrans in the 4 to the outside. That's row number 1. Then row number 2 going to be Robert Duvendak in the 99 and the 9 of Will Weber. That is 3 Empire Motorsports drivers inside the top 4. They are starting to swarm the front of this field. Rick Seabrans all by himself. Right behind our row 2 will be row number 3, because that's how that works. The 89 of Tyler Miller, and the first race for the new driver, Sean McCara, in the 71. He's the 3rd car outside lane. Pace truck going to peel off here. Derek Conley going to be in control of the field. We'll have 4 laps to go when the green flag comes out. And here we go. Hold your breath, folks, as these drivers get up to speed. Derek Conley in the 88 to the outside with the 99. Robert Duvendak down on the bottom. Seabrans in the 4, pushing hard on the 88 machine. Duvendak trying to stay to the door of the 4, keeping him trapped behind the 88, using him as a pick. And here comes Duvendak in the 99, using the momentum on that bottom lane through the corner to surge to the front. But Conley has the momentum on the straightaways due to the outside lane. 3 laps to go. 22 cars on the lead lap. All 22 cars within 1.5 seconds of each other. Anyone on the lead lap has a shot at winning this thing. Anything could happen here in these next few laps. Seabrand's in the 4. Trying to push that 88. Popped his nose out to get some air. We're going to keep an eye on that 4 machine. Still pushing hard here. 2 laps to go. A blown engine here would be devastating, not only for the guy who blows his engine, but for the rest of the field. As that checkup and a blown engine, especially from a guy who is in the front of the pack, really causes chaos as it works its way back through the field. Mark Mann in the 04. Who is Rick Seabrands in the 4, drops down to the yellow line. Rick Seabrands has the momentum now to the inside of Derek Conley. I'm going to say the 04 of Mark Mann, who got back on the lead lap. He is now the 4th car on the inside line. He is trying to work his way forward. But we're going to get the white flag here. Rick Seabrands in the 4 takes the white flag. Can he do it? One more lap. We're going to find out who's going to win the 3rd annual Dale Earnhardt Memorial as they are on their final lap. Duvendak tucks in behind the 4. The 88 of Derek Conley has his teammate Will Weber right behind him. Casey Gilchrist in the 13, 3rd car in the outside lane. Here they come off of turn number 4. Trouble at the back. Big time crash. One hard into the wall and at the line. I believe Derek Conley is going to win this one. Conley in the 88 scored as the winner. Rick Seabrands in 2nd. Will Weber ends up in 3rd. Let's take another look at that one. Conley gonna get this one just by an inch at the stripe. Dumendak in the 99 going out of shape. We did see some trouble at the back of the pack here. Travis Elliott, Sean Stevens, hard impact to the inside wall for Stevens. Take one more look at this one. But Derek Conley picking up the race win. And celebrating that victory, Rick Seabrands as well. Let's go ahead and go through our results for this one. All right. So I have 2 different results standings. My scoring tower says Derek Conley won. My results tower says Rick Seabrands won. This could be so close that not even iRacing knows who won. So I'm going to have to take a moment here and send a message to Race Control and see which one was which, because I have 2 different settings. That is crazy. I've never seen that before. My scoring tower says that the 88 of Derek Conley won, but if I go to the results, it is saying that Rick Seabrands won. So while we figure that out, I know Will Weber is going to end up in 3rd. So let's go ahead and start talking to the driver in the 9 machine. Will Weber, you got your ears on, bud?
Yeah, man, I got them on.
Yeah, well, you finished third here tonight. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Up and down all night. Was trying to get up, qualified really bad. Trying to get up, possibly get some stage points. Unfortunately, was involved in an incident. I made up like 10 spots before that happened. And it was basically the same story throughout. I ended up using a fast repair, gotten some minor incidents, got way off the pack, got the right caution at the right time, and ended up being there at the end. Just, I wish we wouldn't have had, I wish we could have had just a little bit more help from the guy behind me there at the end. I think I could have got Derek the win, but unfortunately, as soon as the guy behind me stepped out of line, I just fell off, and I didn't have Derek enough momentum, unfortunately.
Well, Weber, that 9 machine, a little bit beat up, banged up. We saw some great racing, especially that final 3-lap shootout. What was it like out there trying to tussle around for these spots, especially on this bumpy Daytona?
Yeah, these cars and the packs we run in and the way we race in this league, I feel like we're unfortunately, or depending on who you're talking to, fortunately, are outgrowing Legacy Daytona. It's just, I mean, it's absolutely insane every lap. That little green flag stretch there where I was up near the front, I was white knuckling like hell.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, your white knuckles are going to get you a 3rd place finish here tonight. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Yeah, shout out to Empire Motorsports. First good overall team finish. Unfortunately, Cody had some bad luck tonight, but I think we're 4 of the top 5 or 4 of the top 6, something like that. So pretty good finish there. And thanks for everybody watching at home. Thanks to owners of OP, Alex, Cody, and Rob, and then thanks to you, KR, up in the booth. You are our voice, and thank you for what you do every week.
All right, that is Will Weber, and thank you for the kind words, Will. We'll let you go back down and celebrate with your team. All right, now let's move on to our 2nd place finisher, and this is coming from iRacing's timing and scoring, and that is none other than the driver of the 88, Derek Conley. Derek, you got your ears on, bud?
Whew, KR, I can't breathe right now. I'm still trying to gather it, but yeah, I'm here. What's up, bud?
Man, I'll tell you what, this was a first for me. Your finish was so close with Rick that my scoring tower scored you as the winner, and iRacing has scored Rick as the winner. So I waited for race control. They said that you are in 2nd place.
Man, I'll take 1 or 2 on this one. That was such an awesome battle all the way to the end. I mean, I couldn't tell you. I just could not tell you. That was just wild.
That one was a wild one. The 88 had your teammates around you there for that final restart, and then you guys started really mixing it up. Everyone trying to scramble everywhere to get that top spot.
Oh yeah, we're teammates throughout pretty much the entire race, KR. But I mean, realistically, just like I expect anybody else out here on the track, as soon as that white flag drops, there is no teammates. You know, there's the person in front of you, and you're going to push them until you're clear to make a move. Then you ain't going to push them anymore. And that's, you're an Empire. That's how we do. I know Doovie was down low as soon as Rick got clear of him. And he was pushing with all his might, trying to get clear so he could jump up in front of me and have a shot at that win. And man, it wasn't in our cards tonight, but god dang, that was a freaking awesome finish, man.
That it was. Race control has informed me that the finish is .000.
See, I think you just got to give the win to both of us at that point. I mean, if there's no, you know.
You know what?
Or you go by qualifying
listen,
time.
I'm the one that calls the races. I think you need to take this up with the powers that be. Run it right up the ladder.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. But no, man, that was just such an awesome race, especially one to come back to. I've been kind of in and out lately, so it felt really good to get back out on track and actually try to mentally clear everything that's been going on the personal side of things. And I won't keep you here much longer. I know you need to wrap up so you can go talk to the winner by 0.00000. But I do want to thank you up in the tower or the booth. I want to thank Cody Eldred up in the tower. I want to thank Alex, Rob, Cody Ober for putting this league on. Now, going almost halfway into our 6th season. I want to thank, I haven't done an interview all season, so I can't even remember who's on my team right now. I want to thank Duvey, Cody Ober, Tyler Miller, Will Weber of Empire Motorsports. I want to give a special shout out to Josh Milam. I thought my night was dead. He hooked up behind me and somehow pulled me back to the pack. And want to thank everybody who comes every Monday night and watches the races. We do this for fun, and it's amazing to see you all come out every Monday night.
All right, that is Derek Conley, your 2nd place finisher here tonight. He's going to go straight to the hauler and plead his case to make himself a co-winner. But we're going to operate off of what race control says, and they're operating off of what iRacing says, that 0.000 time difference. Well, the win is going to go to none other than the driver of the 4 machine, Rick Seaburns. Rick, congratulations on the win here tonight.
Well, if you got confirmation on that, that's fantastic. Because I was kind of sitting here watching this finish and kind of looking at the standings and stuff, and we weren't sure, man. That's got to be the closest finish ever over here in the OP Super Speedway Series, man. This is a really cool finish, man. Great job by Derek, his whole crew there, man. He raced me super clean there, and he could have roughed me up there a little bit. Nobody would have blamed him. But super clean race. Ton of respect for him. Dewey, man, he was pushing so hard back there too, man. I wouldn't doubt if he got hot there late too, and I know he was pushing hard, man. He got us this win tonight too. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Well, this 4 machine is scored as the winner. Race Control confirmed it. They even said, man, it is a 0.000, and iRacing won't let me go any further than that. So we're going to assume you won, and that 4 looks a little beat up. The celebration maybe going to not let you pass Tech.
Yeah, that's another thing. I need to apologize to Derek for it, too, because I knew the finish was so close there at the line, and when we passed over the line, I was just looking at the standings, just kind of waiting for him to refresh and move us around a little bit, and I kind of lost focus and gave him a little X there, and I hated that happened. But, yeah, it feels great to bring this Dale Earnhardt special GM Goodwrench paint scheme. I don't run a whole lot of different paint schemes, so anytime we run a special one, it feels good to bring it to victory lane. This is a huge race. It's one of our biggest races here in OP, and to finally get one of these is pretty cool with this paint scheme.
Well, man, nice job out there, the 4 machine, picking up this win, your 2nd win of the season. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
I got to thank all my teammates, all the Alliance Motorsports guys, everybody that puts these races on, you guys up there calling the race, as well as the fans at home.
All right, Rick. Well, once again, congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
All right, guys, that is about it. Let's go ahead and go through our race results. And we're going to have to just call it as Rick Seaburns, Derek Conley, and Will Weber, your top 3. Then it's Robert Duvendak, Casey Gilchrist, Tyler Miller, Sean McCara. Sean. Oh, dang. I know I was doing this. Oh, dang. All right, Sean. I'll get with you. I'll get it right. Ernie Williams in 8th. 9th goes to Mark Mann. Les Levy finishing in the top 10. David Overstreet going to end up 11th. 12th goes to Hunter Reynolds. Rob Connors 13th. 14th goes to Logan Helton. 15th, Aspen Belvin. Daniel Holloway 16th. 17th, Randall Cobb. 18th place going to be David Booth in the 77 machine. Travis Elliott finishing in 19th. 20th, Dave Hunt. 21st, Sean Stevens in the last car on the lead lap. In 22nd spot, that is Denver Turkson in the 15. Then Mark Vega, Dan Harrington, James Mayer, Alex Green, Jimmy Reynolds, Josh Milam, and our final finishing driver here tonight, that is Cody Ober in the 8 machine. So thank you very much, guys, for joining me here tonight. A wild finish that we had for this one. So wild, in fact, we don't really even know how close it was, because all it is a whole bunch of zeros. That's how close that one was.
Warning, the following stunts are performed by idiots or under the supervision of stupider idiots. If you attempt to reenact any of these idiotic stunts you will see, you will be left with idiotic scars. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Alex Green. Welcome to OP Racing.